Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with SHAUN DEGRAFF, a.k.a. Brother Luke. Not Sister Mary, Brother Luke. So, Sean, can I call you Sean?
Sure.
All right, Sean. So, welcome. I know that we're doing a fun interview for your new CD. And if at any time you want to start over, we could do that too, right, Dave? Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so your new CD, it's called Music for Life. Tell me what it's all about.
Basically, it kind of has a double meaning. Music for Life is... it's like my motto is like I'm playing music for life, man. and then as far as the listener, it's kind of like I feel like the soundtrack for life,
That's great. Your other CD was In My Room, actually one of my favorite CDs I've heard all time. We actually host a show here at the Palms called Wired, and we have a ton of performers. Sean, I got to tell you, you pack the house and you keep everybody just intensely involved. What's that like?
Oh, it's a great. I mean, that's what I live for. I mean, I feel like I'm living at the highest level. When you have that natural rush of the synergy going on between the audience and the performer. I mean, I think that's what every performer lives for. It's what it's all about.
Wow. So speaking of performance, one of the best things I've seen you perform is Please Inspiration. And I know that you've had a lot of inspiration in your life. Tell me about that song, because I'm sure everybody at home is going to be interested in your last CD and want to know what's going to set the tone for the CD coming up.
Well, Please Inspiration is basically me saying, please inspiration, come back to me after I have broken up with a girlfriend. When you're with somebody like that, you feel like you're living life much more intensely and you have more purpose, if you will,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then, regardless of the reasons, you part ways and then somehow you feel like you have to pick up the pieces, and you don't, as an artist, as a writer, you feel like, you don't have anything to drive you to write anymore, because sometimes you have a hard time getting up,
Mm-hmm.
But, as far as the next CD, I mean, I think Please Inspiration does set a good tone for the next CD, because I think this next CD is going to be set in a lot more honest, just raw emotion and pure. Like I'm sticking more to the roots of the piano, but it's definitely got more natural, funky tones to it on this CD.
Wow. Does that have something to do with the ability to fill the rooms where DJs normally spin? I mean, you've been lighting this place up, so I'm wondering if some of those funks, some of the beats, if that has anything to do with the impact DJs normally have on a lot of groups.
Yeah, I mean, I love, personally, I think DJs is the nucleus of where all the creative ideas start from. I mean, because they're not musicians, but their ideas are all there, and they definitely are much more progressive, I think, as far as musically. And I connect with them in a lot of ways, but I think live, a lot of people like to watch live instruments being played. So, but I definitely have adapted a breakbeat, electronic kind of earthy world sound that a lot of DJs have liked, and I have been playing a lot of spots where DJs normally play, and going over well, because my band is a little bit too progressive for the punk ska kind of band vibe,
You actually mentioned something about kind of earthy sounds, and I know that a lot of people are vibing off that. I know you're part Native American.
Right.
Does that have anything to do with the earthy sounds and kind of the tones that you bring to your music?
Well, I think it's kind of a byproduct, because I was raised Mormon, actually, and I've gone through a progression of just trying to find myself, and the more I've tried to find myself, I found myself in much more of a spiritual, earthy place. And it didn't happen until later, but I have recently got my Indian card and have kind of gone back to the roots. I definitely wasn't raised that way, but I feel like now I'm just kind of settling into that part of life, because it definitely does, a lot of it appeals to me.
When you perform, I can tell that you're very grounded. I'm sure everybody in the room does. Here at the Palms, actually, we've seen hundreds of people here to see you, and I don't think there's one person, one soul in the house that's not in tune with what you're doing. And that takes somebody who's really grounded and confident in their own skin, which I'm sure you are. Recently, you received some new news, and for the folks at home, you might want to explain what is RA and how do you think that's going to affect and positively, obviously, affect the future of your music?
Well, RA is rheumatoid arthritis. What it is an autoimmune disease where your immune system basically attacks the joints in your body. They have no cure. They have no idea why it happens, and it's definitely a disease that I'm going to be battling with for the rest of my life. They give a normal 10-year limit to most people who can lead normal jobs, and then after that they usually need to find something else. So all it's really done is hopefully that within the next couple of years something comes out that will be able to help me a lot more than what they have now. Mm-hmm. But all it's really done is kick me in the ass to really try and do this now, Good. So
please, inspiration, continue to make music. We love you, and we wish you a lot of luck. You guys are going to really enjoy this CD. By the way, Brother Luke, that's right. I'm Joy. It's my pleasure to be here with Shaun. You guys have a great time listening to this CD, Music for Life. If you don't have In My Room, be sure to get it, and be sure to hit IamBrotherLuke.com. Right. Is that right?
Right. I am BrotherLuke.com.
Exactly. All right.
Thank you very much.
Sure, anytime.
Very cool.
That was excellent.